The clone stamp tool found within Photoshop is actually one of Photoshop's oldest tools, but there is a lot more to it than just simply copy and pasting pixels within your photo. You can do almost anything with it. So today I'm going to be talking about how you can use the clone stamp tool in a professional way. And I'm going to start right now. Now, the clone stamp tool has a lot to it, but firstly, let's go ahead and access it within Photoshop. So if you've got Photoshop 2023 open, go over to the left-hand side and you'll see this button here. This is our clone stamp tool. Now, how it works is you've got basically what looks like a brush. If you hold down Alt or Option, you can create a target area. This is our source area. Go ahead and click, and what it will do is it will paste that area onto another part of the photo, copying and pasting pixels from one part of the photo to the other, hence the name cloning. But there is a lot more to it, and all you'll need to do is open up your clone source options. So let's go ahead and just back out of that. Now, as you can see, I've got mine on the right-hand side here, but if you don't have it there already, go up to Windows and drop down to where you can see it says Clone Source. Now, Clone Source has a bunch of options that you can change to basically create different effects with using the clone tool. So, for instance, the top one here, we've got our size, so we can actually increase and decrease our clone source output. You can also flip it horizontal, flip it vertical, but you can also change the rotation. So let's go ahead and flip it, for instance, horizontal. So go ahead and click that like so. Now, when we go ahead and create a target area, so go ahead and choose the eye, for example, as you can see, we have now flipped it. So if you go ahead and paste it, it will flip it basically horizontally. So as you can see, we can add in basically the girl again, looking into the far horizon. And as you can see, we've now got two of her. And what we can do is if we turn that off and go ahead and turn on vertical, it will do the exact same thing, but on the vertical axis. Go ahead, create a clone source. Let's go ahead and paste her down here. As you can see, we've now got three of her. And it's the same situation when we want to increase or decrease the size. So let's go ahead and increase it by 200%. Now what we'll do is we'll create a clone source option. And what it will do is it will just basically increase that area by 200%. So you see that now that girl is 200% larger than where the source output. And obviously you can make it smaller as well. And the last one we've got is obviously rotation. Now this can sometimes be helpful if you're just wanting to rotate a specific part of your image, more maybe the background, for example. Let's say your horizon isn't perfectly straight or you've got a slight curve to it and you want to kind of correct it. All you can do is use the clone tool and actually change the rotation to straighten up certain areas. It's actually a lot more helpful than you may think. Let's say you want to copy and paste part of the photo. One side of the photo is really good, but the other side isn't. You can actually copy, rotate it and flip it and paste it onto the other side. And you can be really, really specific about it instead of just simply copying and pasting and then trying to rotate. It's incredibly helpful. And I've used it in a lot of my portrait shoots just because how helpful it is. So go give any of these clone source a go to see how helpful it is for your Photoshop workflow.